In our first video, we saw how to find the rate of change. But what if we want to go back? If we have the derivative 3x squared, how do we recover the original function? This reverse process is called integration. To undo a derivative, we use the power rule of integration. We add 1 to the exponent and then divide by that new number. Let's try it with our example, where square root of x becomes x to the power of 1/2. And for negative powers like x to the power of -3, the process is the same. Add 1 to the power and divide. Integration is linear, so we can distribute the integral to each term separately. For x squared, we get x cubed over 3. For x, we get x squared over 2. And for the constant 3, which we can think of as 3x to the power of 0, we get 3x. Finally, we add our constant of integration, c. Look at it geometrically. A constant function like y equals 5 is a flat line. It has 0 slope, meaning its derivative is 0. Algebraically, we can write 5 as 5x to the power of 0. If we apply the power rule for derivatives, we multiply by 0, which confirms the result. But wait, why do we add that c? Think about this. The derivative of x squared plus 5 is 2x. The derivative of x squared plus 10 is also 2x. The constant part simply vanishes during differentiation because it isn't changing. When we integrate 2x to go backward, we know a constant might have been there, but we don't know which one. So we use c to represent that missing information. There is one major limitation. The power n cannot be -1. If it were, we'd end up dividing by 0, which breaks the math. We will explore the special rule for that case when we discuss logarithmic functions in a future lecture.